So guys, I'm back with another DC Online Styles video, and this one is on my Kevin Porter Bat in the Sun Batman style. I think it looks pretty cool. It's not your typical Batman style, but Kevin Porter's Batman is not your typical looking Batman, but he looks awesome. If you just search Kevin Porter Batman, you'll find a lot of pictures of him in the different versions of the suit they have. This is probably one of my favorite versions. Kind of like a more realistic looking version that they use, and it looks awesome. If you want to know what the one I'm talking about, just watch their Batman versus Darth Vader video, and you'll see that's the outfit that I pretty much based it on because it was the closest I could get, the one that I could get closest to, other than because they have a new one I think they're going to use. I'm thinking unless it's some other thing, but I couldn't get I don't have a leg style that looks close enough to it. So, yeah, I would only change one thing that I know for sure I can change and it would look better would be the hand style. I'm using the Daring Vigilante because I'm not high enough combat rating to do the family reunion. But once I am high enough to do family reunion, I will be getting the Dark Defender hands, doing whatever I have to do to get the Dark Defender the handpiece, and getting it and using it because it would be amazing for a lot of styles. Alright, there you go. I will show you the other version that I did try in case you do want to use this. There's like 2 other variations maybe to this style if you want to use those. But anyway, let's get into it. Here's a closer view of it. I think it looks really cool. Alright, the colors. We have a solid black. We have a gray of 1C, 1C, 1C. And the third color doesn't matter because we're not using it. But we will in just a minute. If we do that other one, I might show you. Hair color doesn't matter. The hair, in case you do want to have the mask off, because there are some pictures where he doesn't have the mask on. The hair would be Rockford. So I guess you wouldn't need a black hairstyle. I guess you can go ahead and do that. Anyway, for the headpiece, we got Dark Knight's cowl, because he's always wearing a cowl. He doesn't have like a separate image. It's separated, but it looks like a full cowl, but it's actually 2 separate pieces. You can see, look, you can tell that when you look at the pictures. The face piece, the shoulders are the engineer shoulders. I don't have a shoulder piece that matches the picture that I really wanted to base this off of. This is more of like one of their other versions where it looked like they had just like a simple knee pad maybe on the shoulder. But the one now looks like it's like a knee and shin guard that looks really cool that they have on the shoulders and the bicep area. But I don't have a shoulder style that looks close enough, so I went with these to make it look as close as I could get. Still looks pretty cool though. Hands, like I said, Daring Vigilante, but if you have Dark Spectre, do those. And Dark Spectre, Daring, God. Dark Defender, there you go, Dark Defender. If you have Dark Defender, put those on. The waist is paramilitary. Feet is logistical officer variant. Just because he has like boots, but they have like these knee and shin pads that I actually own. I think like pretty much like the exact same pair that they used. I think, unless they look very similar. I actually own those. Look very similar to those. But this is the closest I could get to matching those. So I went with that. Chest is the snake chest. Because his is the way their chest piece is. It's a separate piece from the undersuit, so it looks more like an armored Kevlar thing, and the rest of it's kind of like black. So that's why I went with the snake, because you can make the pectorals and like the abs a different color than the sides and like the rest of it. So that's why I did that version of the chest, and also because I didn't have one that looked really any better. The legs are Checkmate Operative because he does have he wears looks like black motorcycle pants. Then he has like gray thigh guards that you can actually buy off of Amazon. I think they painted them a little lighter of gray, but I think I've seen pretty much the exact same thing they're using, and it's just they're like thigh guards that you Velcro to you, and that makes the gray section. But it looks really, really cool. I really like how they did I love Kevin Porter's Batman. I wish they'd put him in the movies. That's where he needs to be, in the Batman movies. But anyway, that's why I went with those, because it gives him like the thigh protection. They're a bit bigger, different looking, but they're the closest that I have. The back I went with Batwoman just because since I got it recently, I really just want to use it. Or you can use Daring Vigilante if you don't have Batwoman, but I'll tell you how to get that in just a second. And the skin is useful, in case, so you know. Alright, so for the headpiece, it's all black. Slot 1 is the one that matters. You know, whatever. Get this in the marketplace. 20 bucks. I don't know if it's sold 20 bucks or not, but if you're not like a huge Batman fan, if you don't play this game a whole lot, don't buy it. Just don't. Get your combat rating up to where you can do the hunt, which is like combat rating 80. Then just try to get the Huntress face piece and then put on like the V slimline, and that'll work good enough to pass as a Batman mask. But if you really love Batman and you really play this game a lot like I do, and I love Batman, I bought it. I went with this. It's like a really way too expensive thing, but I went with it anyway because I really wanted a Batman mask, and I didn't know if it was like a limited time thing. That's why I bought it, because I didn't know if it was limited time. But I guess it's a permanent thing you can have. All right, the shoulders. Slot 1 black, slot 2 and 3 gray. Get these in the Shady Nightclub duo, since they are engineer. I think I showed you that. I didn't. There you go. But yeah, engineer. Get this in the Shady Nightclub duo. There's a whole bunch of pieces you can get. Just keep resetting it if you have reset points, and you'll eventually get it. I didn't show you the emblem. The emblem is the Wings emblem. Sorry about that. It's all black. Their bat logo is kind of a weird logo, but it's their own custom logo, so that's kind of why they did it, so they didn't get, I guess, copyrighted maybe? I can't remember why they did that, because they used to have like the traditional like yellow background, like the oval, yellow, dark yellow oval, the black bat symbol, but they went with like their own design. It looks really cool. I love their design for that. Alright, so for the hands, they're all black. And if you want the Daring Vigilante, if you don't have the Dark Defender, the Daring Vigilante could be Promethean Lockbox, Broker, or a trade. The waist is slot 1 gray, slot 1 and 3 gray, slot 2 black. Get this in the war room or the character creation menu. Went with this because they don't have a gold utility belt. His utility belt is actually black and gray, so kind of a different look there. But they have done versions with a gold utility belt, which actually looks pretty cool as well. Watch City of Scars. Just watch it. That's a different suit, but it looks awesome. Anyway, moving on. The feet are slot 1 and 2 black, slot 3 gray. There you go. You get these in the, where I got them is the Tech Wing. If you go talk to Robin, you can talk to him there. It's like one of the first things toward the top. Just scroll down, you'll find Logistical Officer variant, 2,000 marks. I think it's either 1,000 or 2,000 marks of valor, and 2,000 in-game cash. There you go. To get it, that's what it costs. All right, the chest piece is slot 1 black, slot 2 and 3 gray. I got this in the Smallville. I forgot. I don't know if it's. I can't remember if it's 2-player or 3-player or 4. I don't think there's anything to play. 2 or 4-player. I can't remember. I don't remember. There's not a 3-player. I don't know what I was thinking. But I got it in the Smallville thing when I was heading to the barn. I think it said like tap L2 and R2 to get like loot or something like that. I got this while I was on last gen, by the way. So I've had this for a while. Yeah, I was heading to the barn and it showed up Snake Chest, and I'd wanted it because I'd seen it in another Batman style. I had seen that chest and I really wanted it, and I just got it. So I was really psyched about that. It's a great chest for like a lot of different styles, especially Batman. Alright, the legs are slot 1 and 3 black, slot 2 gray. Get this in the, you go to where the 3 big statues are. You stand on the statues and look at the vendors. It's the one at the farthest to the left. You can buy from him. You need the Last Laugh DLC to be able to purchase these items, so be aware of that. And then the back piece is all black. You get this by doing the Crime Temple, something like that, with Batwoman, where you have to go rescue Batwoman from the Crime Temple, I think. Can't remember what it's called, but it's one of those missions that like you go in the yellow circle and you can go into it. So what that means for you to do is what I did, like I did with the Bane waist piece, is you do it once, and if you don't get it, you go back outside, you stand right beside the yellow circle, you log out and log back in, and you keep doing it because it resets it. So you can just keep doing that over and over until you get the style. And that's what I did. I I kept logging out and going through it again until I got it, and eventually I did. It took me about maybe 10 tries to get it. I just flew right through it because I was such a high combat rating for that area that they just died in a couple shots from my bow, and they were down, and I could go through that really easily. And I finally got the style, and I've been wanting it for a while because it's got a lot of the points on the bottom, a lot of the scalp. Forgot what people called them. Scalps. Anyway, the fins, the points on the bottom of the cape. That's a lot of them. And I can't remember exactly what their cape looked like, so I just went with this one because theirs kind of drags the ground. We don't have that in this game, which I understand why we don't. It'd be weird to animate that. But I do wish we had a version that went over the shoulders. Like, instead of going like it does, go over the shoulders and like drape in front of the person, and maybe work out an animation that when you ran, it would, flow behind you maybe. But when you stopped and you stood there for like a few seconds, it would like drape back around you and kind of cover you up a lot. It'd be kind of cool. Anyway, that's a lot to ask for though, and be really hard to animate, I feel like. But yeah, there you guys go. So that is the main version of the suit, of this style. But I will show you the different variation. You go to the legs. One of them doesn't have the underpants on the outside, the underwear, whatever, the trunks. So you put on the Dying Vigilante and you make it all gray. Slot there doesn't matter. Then you go to the feet style and you make the gray black because that's how they went with that. And I believe everything like stays the same, roughly stays the same. So there's this version. I don't like it too much. It's too much gray, in my opinion. Alright then, or you can do the one with the trunks on the outside. So then for me, I have to use the Starlight Defender. So make slot 2 black and slot 1 and 3 gray. But if you have New Genesis, use New Genesis because it would look a lot better. And then you got to give you the trunks on the outside if you want that. Alright. So, like I said, I prefer the checkmate and operative. And then making the feet. There we go. There you guys go. Hope you guys with the style. I believe it's called Crime Temple that I'm thinking about. It's called Crime Temple, I'm pretty sure. It's over in the Diamond District. Go to the Diamond District police station and then go around it and you'll find it. It's on the top of, it's like a really small building. There's not one as tall as it over here. It's a lot shorter than these buildings. It's on the roof. It's like a flat roof and there's like a little bit elevated part and like a little bitty door box thing that you see sometimes. It's like right in front of that, and it should say Crime Temple, I'm pretty sure. And then just do that repeatedly. Do it, come back out, log back in, do it again, and keep doing that until you get the style. No, I didn't keep it because it didn't benefit me at all, so I took it back off just so I can get the style piece from it. Anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling on. Hope you guys enjoyed this style. I think it's a pretty unique style. You don't see it very often. Like I said, if you have the Dark Defender hands, use that and look a lot better. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.